Buenos dias, good morning. How are you guys doing across the world there? Welcome back to the Everyday Growth Advisors live stream. It's Recap Friday. Hope you guys are having a great morning across. What a morning today. We have markets moving a little bit down sideways to the bottom side of the targets that we have planted throughout the week. I did mention yesterday that was a good time to take some hedges across the board. Things are playing out just as planned. Also, if you guys remember, what did I say about Bitcoin? Bitcoin has been on the rally, right? We've been talking about this one for a while. I think we called it out somewhere here on the first pullback, right when we were popping above 14,000 here. And since then, we've been kind of on a steady cruise up to about 16,000, pulling back here, and kind of just heading up here for the yearly highs across a couple of years here. So really nice little extension here on Bitcoin, passing by the May highs of 2019 and finally crossing the 15,000. Oh, we stopped shy of the 16,000 right there at, let's see, what was this? Like 15,977, that was the value. So not too bad. Our projections are on point so far. Getting my mojo back, so I'm glad that things are looking up. We're finally, getting back into this market analysis after 2 weeks being off. That kind of throws you off when you're off sync, and I'm glad to be back. So thank all of you guys taking the time out to be here. All being here early in the morning, ready for the pre-market update. So as you guys know, we're gonna do a breakdown here of the markets as usual. And then also make sure that you guys start voting for the new ticker for next week. This will be coming on Monday. We may make a little small change to the way the EGA live streams are run in the future. Kind of noodling on that idea a little bit. We might just do pre-market live streams all the time and then make the webinars a part of individual videos that are a little more short form. But let's see. I'm going to noodle on this idea a little bit and get that sorted. So welcome into the stream. Make sure you guys smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't. We do this Monday to Friday, and it's a pure educational live stream. So on the news today, we have Biden pulling ahead of Trump in Georgia, which was actually pretty shocking. I didn't expect that to happen at all. This is a key state for Trump to win. In fact, he has been winning, and he took over by a couple thousand votes now, literally 1,000 plus votes, or 900 votes actually, and that's about 90% of the votes counted so far. Nevada, Biden seems to have a little bit of a push there, about a 0.9% above Trump there, with about 12,000 votes of a lead. So that should be interesting. I think at this point, the choices for the incumbent are pretty slim to win here. And obviously, as I said many times, I am a non-biased person. Pretty much do not care much about who wins. I just care that the market goes up. So just as long as the S&P 500 rallies towards the end of the year, we are gravy. So that's a little update on that. Let's see here. USPS says thousands of mail-in ballots have gone missing. May have gone missing. Oh no. What? That sounds bad. The day after. Estimated $150,000 were delivered day after election. 97% ballots arrived on time. Interesting. Roughly 4,200 mail-in ballots in Pennsylvania and North Carolina may have gone missing. How the hell does something go missing? Jeez. Man, that is terrible. That's definitely going to be a really big pain in the boop. UBS sued for $500 million by Chinese tycoon over a deal, and then Singapore Air reports its biggest ever loss. Why are we not surprised? Let's see. PlayStation 5 review. Sony? I don't know. Thai tycoon gets antitrust nod. Okay. How do people catch coronavirus? Here's what experts say. Okay. Not much stuff on Bloomberg here. Let's look at the Wall Street Journal. Stock futures drop as election week rally pauses. That's what they are saying. Chinese rival to ByteDance plans multi-billion Okay, AIG Justice Department seizes 1 billion Bitcoin. Man, that's a really nice seize, man, to be honest. Wine and beer makers wait for recovery. Trade will settle. Da da da. Okay. DOJ. Antitrust suit challenging Visa's planned acquisition of Play. This was a big acquisition. Interesting. All right. Not much on the news there. There are a couple of key things that I want to go through with you guys today, based on fundamentals, more like macro econ, which I'll go through in a second here. But first, let's look at the pre-market movers here today. NEO down about 1.9% after monster rally up to 40 plus. This is a level that I actually feel comfortable shorting the stock. I mentioned above 40 would be what I would be comfortable shorting it, somewhere around this red line, and we're seeing that it may be running up steadily here. Intrinsic value for the stock, remember, remains at about $60, but this is way too overbought here, above this this 50 moving average on the 4 hour, and on the daily it looks even more ridiculous, with a huge buy up here. I expect some kind of a pullback here definitely in the near future. I think this is a good time to pick up some shorts on this name. The exuberance on this one is big, so might be potentially a short squeeze going on. More shorts come in, and institutions try to squeeze you out of your short positions, so definitely be careful there. But I would say picking up a couple of short positions on NEO here may be a smart thing to do. So keep that up. And what else here? Let's see. Aurora Cannabis up 18%. TLRY 7%. Lots of cannabis names up today. Apple down with the entire broader market, and a bunch of news about to just hit. Yeah, I think it just hit, right? Non-farm payrolls better than expected. Unemployment rate better than expected. Average weekly hours better than expected, pretty much. Private non-farm payrolls a little bit better than expected. Average hourly earnings about the same. Average hourly earnings year over year about the same. And manufacturing payrolls are down for the month of October. So, interesting. That is actually a very good point, Joanne. So Joanne says the IVs for NEO is pretty high. So what kind of a strategy are you going to use to play that? Remember, you can make money in all kinds of ways. What do you want to be doing here? You want to be selling some calls, maybe, right? You can sell some calls. You could just sell a call spread, or you could buy a put spread, and play this to the downside with a fixed risk, high success rate trade, right? You could be doing that. That's other ways that you could play this, right? Instead of just buying puts, you can sell some calls, or you could also be buying a put spread. Okay, that's one way you could do this. Economic data here, a little better than expected across the board. Let's see, was that any impact on the market? Well, kind of. Muted impacts there. We have retracement targets here for the 38.2 down here. This is where we're expecting to come down before the next buy up. So expect a wave down of some kind. We're still pretty overextended here, so Friday today might be the day where people start taking profits and head into the weekend. Very high chance that happens. On the Dow Jones Industrial Average, Microsoft, Apple, usual suspects pulling with the market down. S&P 500 here, Cody Inc., whatever this is up 14%. Not going to touch it. It looks like a small dollar amount. CVS, NASDAQ, AMD, Tesla, Microsoft, okay, Electronic Arts, EA down 7%. I'm guessing bad earnings, was it? I'm not sure. We'll find that out. In terms of earnings here, we have Berkshire Hathaway reporting after, Baidu reporting after, CVS reported already better than expected, Hershey's, Marriott, Viacom, CBS, and Dish Networks all doing pretty decent. Tesla also launches a $250 tequila. Just Elon trying to make money out of every single thing possible. Tesla launches a $250 bottle of tequila that runs out in hours. Wow. I mean, which one of you guys purchased this? Because to be honest, I would have. Who doesn't want to drink tequila made by Tesla, right? What better way to run your weekend by putting your money into Tesla Tequila? That'd be funny. And let's see over here, the trade desk with a huge beat, Cloudflare with a huge beat, Zillow with a huge beat. These were all great earnings that came out. Zillow, one that we completely missed was Match.com. Considering that everybody's been indoors, they've been using Bumble and Tinder and all these kinds of dating apps. We should have got that earnings play. I think that was a brainless one. We should have done that. Square also with a pretty decent beat, right? That was a good one. Laggards, whatever this is, 30% down. Ouch. PS, New Relic. Oh, New Relic. Wow, what the heck happened there? 13% down. Interesting. Okay. So you can see the map's pretty red. Let's just refresh this real quick. Big Tech, not selling off as much as we wanted. Not bad at all, in fact. T-Mobile here. One of the winners for today. Take-Two Interactive Software, another winner. CVS on earnings. Hologic, whatever this is. Hershey's company. What is this? Northern LifeLock. Okay. What's EA? And what's this? Tiro. Okay. So I want to show you guys a couple of things here. First of all, let's do the pre-market update here. So, basing on the technicals of Nasdaq and S&P 500 here, you know, they look pretty similar. But I want to show you guys what I'm seeing here. I see across the board, you know, still a downtrend here. Okay, especially in the Dow Jones. You can see a pretty much a solid downtrend. We may continue to squeeze into this little, you know, this channel that we're forming. It's kind of like a kind of a flag here, if you will. It's pretty much like a flag. I can't show it to you on this chart. Let's see if I can do it on Nasdaq. Daily here. Yeah, there we go. Kind of like a flag pattern, wedge pattern. This is the long-term pattern, right? You can see that. It's an awkward wedge. This one's kind of like a wedge, like a flag almost. You can see that. And so this over here on the bottom is going to be your bottom of the flag, which is this region here. But I don't think that we'll actually come there right away. I think that, you know, it'll be interesting to see how this comes to fruition. I think that, you know, we'll have one last wave down before we see the end of the year rally, which is the month of November. We should see a wave down and then a wave up going to December into the end of the year for the Christmas rally. So markets are pricing in, you know, a bunch of different things, and don't overcommit yourself to long positions here, because I would say that, you know, we are still in a phase where I think there's a lot of uncertainty. Okay, and even though the VIX is still selling off here on the hourly, I would say it would be a smart thing to do if the VIX hits these levels down here at 26, 25. To buy some VIX calls. You know, this VIX also has abruptly sold off very quickly. So buying some VIX calls at 26 or 25 makes sense, especially this region here. Pretty much $25 is a good price to buy VIX at. You can see how often we rally up from here. So the best is when people are freaking out selling VIX, you should get in some for cheap. That's my recommendation. Volatility will be on the rise towards the end of the year. Okay, that's one thing. So that's a bit of analysis. Now, next thing. We have the ECI, the Unemployment Cost Index. This is another important thing that majority of traders overlook. They don't look at these metrics and these fundamentals that are generally ruling the market. The Fed actually uses the ECI a lot, and you need to understand what the ECI is in order to fully understand why the Fed uses it. In fact, the Fed watches this more than they watch anything else, because it just doesn't measure the total compensation of people. What is the employment cost index? It basically is, you know, the total amount of wages and salaries and benefits for people. And this one specifically, this report over here, is for the private sector and you know, the public sector. So we look at the whole report as a whole, because it measures just total compensation, not just the gains in wages and salaries. Okay, we talk about benefits included as well. All right, and so ECI has increased by 0.5, somewhere here you can see that, by 0.5% for the 3-month period ending in September. Okay, and what you can see is the transfer receipts, which you know, they've been pretty small for personal income in September. You can see that from the consumer information. Okay, and those transfer receipts are definitely something to keep track of, because we can attribute these things to the lack of distribution from the the payouts, right? We had a stop in $600 payouts from unemployment claims, right? And when these stopped, those payouts expired, right? So now consumers, they continue to spend strongly on durable goods, and I've been talking about this. I remember I would say that I would give you guys a breakdown on this, and I see a real possible crack in the economy here. Okay, a possible crack. The issue is that when the $1,200 stimulus was unveiled, there were a bunch of people that saved the $1,200. All right, I know we're not talking about Wall Street bets, degens who went and exploded everything into the stock market. I'm talking about real people who really, wanted that money. It was important to them. They started saving it, and when they started to save that money, it was a period of time when everybody said, "Okay, we're going to use this for a rainy day," right? And when the rainy day came along, they had spent it the moment that we had a recovery in jobs. All right, so there was a moment in time when the market went rippity dippity, right? Remember that moment, right? Right after the this moment right here, when we were like, everything's gonna go back to normal, right? The new normal, and then we almost rallied back to the top, right? Why? Because things were going back to normal. We were in this nice uptrend, right? Now, what happened after is that we saw people at record levels spending, and then no stimulus on the table because of elections. All right, so what happened in exchange? We had to sell off, right? We had to sell off, and now people are starting to again start to put money into the stock market without anything on the line. So I see some cracks in the economy based on income and consumer spending. All right, this is what I'm talking about right now. Now, people are continually spend in durable goods, and we are at pre-pandemic levels of spending, in fact, which if you can put two and two together with what I'm saying, I think you get the picture, right? And if you don't get the picture, what I'm trying to say is that people are spending money that they don't have, all right? And with no stimulus on the table, this is going to end up with a long-term, very terrible situation if no stimulus comes in, all right? Which will take a while, right? Because we barely have elections on the wraps, and then the new government comes in, and then this and that, and da-da-da. It takes some time, right? It takes some time to do all that, okay? So that's one thing that you guys need to take into account, all right? Okay, I hope that's kind of helpful. Now, the other thing that I'm looking at, which was inspired by somebody on Instagram, actually, who posted something about SuperPACs. I don't remember who it exactly was, but I saw this Excel sheet that the person posted saying, that SuperPACs have been on the rise, right? The special purpose acquisition companies. You guys have heard about these, right? SPACs. Not like the SuperPACs that are political. These SuperPACs are special purpose acquisition companies. These are companies that are designed for a purpose to purchase another company. One example was Nikola, right? Before Nikola, it was called something else, remember? That was the SPAC, right? Okay. And so look at the amount of SPACs that we've had just this year alone, all right? Just this year alone. Look at this. I just want to show it to you so you guys understand what I'm trying to get at here, okay? Look at the amount of SPACs this year. Look at this. That's a lot of SPACs, all right? That's a lot. Now, if there are this many SPACs, who are the people who are in charge of these SPACs getting listed, getting onto the market, getting the money they need? Who are they? What are they? They're banks, right? More importantly, they're investment banks. So just looking at the sheer volume of SPACs that have been, formed this year, with huge market caps, might I add, in billions of dollars, okay? You can see leverage factors, you can see momentum factors, and the average shares traded. I'm looking at a possible great year for investment banks, okay? I'm not saying that they're going to be doing right off the bat great, but I'm saying these investment banks are going to make a killing from underwriting these IPOs or these acquisitions, all right? And so I think that we should start looking at these banks when they're cheap. JP Morgan, right? JP Morgan still considered pretty cheap here, all right? Morgan Stanley, right? Little less cheaper than JP Morgan. Goldman Sachs, right? Another one. These three banks are pretty much the world leaders on all underwriting for all primary markets, okay, which are IPOs and whatnot. So this is just one piece of information that I can bring to your attention to show you that there is a real opportunity here to invest into financials at the moment, okay? Especially with a possible Democratic swing. I think it would be a great idea to start taking positions in financials right when they are sold off like this, especially with JP Morgan at this price, right? This is a great price to get a cheap investment bank stock. It's about $100. It's like buying a share of Apple, right? But you have exposure in the banking sector, and you remember that banks are needed to run this economy. Okay. The other thing that you want to note here is JP Morgan has been seeing some insane volume increase buying these past few weeks and days. I actually think that this is a great play currently, watching JP Morgan to the upside here. In fact, if consolidation above 105 here is great, and I think I want to play this to the upside with a decent target here. Taking the single low to the swing high here, we're looking at a possible extension to let's see here. Move this down, move this slightly up. Come on. There we go. Okay. The 61.8, 111 would be a good first target. 107 would be the first target. The 111 would be a second target here. We're looking at these targets here. This one here and a second target up here. So I would say these are great targets for JP Morgan right now. And I would honestly be okay with taking these to the upside if we can continue. Now, taking into account, and then somebody's like, new ticker JP Morgan. What do I feel like we've done JP? Oh no, we did Goldman Sachs, I think. I think we've done Goldman Sachs before. We've done a bunch of stocks. So this is a few things. Now, another thing that I'm closely watching, which I have mentioned before that you guys should be watching, is the S&P 500 dividend yield, all right, versus the 30-year treasury rate, okay? You got to be watching this every single day, because the moment that the S&P 500 dividend yield dips below the 30-year treasury rate at 1.54%, okay, so if this for some reason goes to 1.5% of the dividend yield, which it has in the past, okay, it has, then you should be very careful, okay? What the other thing that can happen is that people crowd into bonds, okay? And when people crowd into bonds, then the yield for bonds become better, all right? And when the yield for bonds become better, then people crowd into the bond market. Either way, keep watching these two numbers, because if one of them, if the S&P 500 gives you a lower yield, dividend yield than holding bonds, then what do you think people are going to do? They're going to dump the S&P 500, right? Why would you want to hold a risky asset that yields you less than in dividend income than holding a secured bond by the government, backed by the government, right? Irregardless of what you do, you would make that money from the government, right? The government cannot pay you, but the S&P 500 can fail, right? Possibly, there's a risk there. So this is still considered a riskier investment than this, right? Okay. So these are things you have to keep track of, okay? All right, that's, oh, I actually meant to bookmark these so that I can keep track of it. We'll actually be looking at this once a week to keep track of it. Sometimes I always forget, and that, you know, always makes me wonder where they're at. So I'm gonna bookmark it. Okay, let's do this. Let's choose a new ticker of the week. Let's see here. All 82 of you, welcome into the live stream. Appreciate you guys being here, taking your time out to you know, attend the stream. Let's have a vote for next week's ticker of the week. Amazon, Triple M. Let's see here. Square, Shopify, TDOC, Penn, JP Morgan, TDOC. I see TDOC winning so far. TLRY, this one. Let's choose a different. Let's choose a different sector, guys. I feel like choosing a different sector would be great. TDOC sounds like a good one. Healthcare sector. Should we do that? Should we do TLRY, guys? Vote for your new ticker right now. Go ahead, put in the chat. TDOC 4. You have TDOC 4. Square 2. PH. Zillow. What else? What else? What else? Come on. Put them up. Put them up. Lulu. Low. Nah. What else? So far, TLRY is winning. At least give me a close run with the second. Square is the second. Square, but I feel like we've already done Square before. Health is different for sure. TLRY, number 4, number 5, number 6, TLRY. I guess TLRY is the stock we want to cover, which is healthcare. It's different. That's good. TDOC, another one. There we go. Sounds like a pretty good option. DraftKings. Okay. If we have no more votes, I guess TDOC it is. You guys okay with TDOC? Lulu's already covered. TDOC. Yeah, Lulu's been covered. Square's been covered as well. Yep. I feel like we had a infographic that showed us what we've covered so far. Okay then, TDOC it is. Lots of people saying TDOC. So we shall go with TLRY then. New ticker of the week. As far as webinars go, what do you guys want to see next week? What would you guys like to see me do in terms of webinars? Is there any specific thing that you guys want me to do? We could do a webinar on, let's see. Would you want to maybe know how to create your own trading journal on Excel? How about that? Would you want to learn how to create your own trading journal on Excel, or like a your own trade? Okay, here, how about this? How about this? Okay, I have an idea. How about we create from scratch within 30 minutes a trade style analyzer on Excel with basic inputs, and I'll try to snazz it up as much as I can to build it out, okay, to show you how you're performing within the stock market and also double up as a trade journal. How about that? How about that? You guys want to do that on Tuesday? I'll show you how to do an Excel for the free. I'll try to snazz it up for you guys. Learn some things on Excel. You know, Excel's a good skill to learn. I feel like we can go beyond the realm of the stock market, you know. I feel like maybe a little bit of a lesson in Excel might do you guys good as well. Okay, that's on Tuesday. How about Thursday? How about Thursday? You guys want to do, what do you guys want to do on Thursday? I don't know if you have the ability to, but maybe learning more about options swing platform and how to use the platform. I assume a lot of people are interested in joining. Yeah, sure, we could do that. Okay. You know what? I might even ask Jason, the founder, to come on. Let me talk to him, and maybe we'll get Jason to come on back as a guest and talk to us about the option swing platform. Would you guys like that? I can talk to him. Yeah, we can absolutely do that. I think it might be a good one. Also, right before we you know, we break off here, and I think that's a great idea, by the way, with the option swing platform. You know, it gets us a showcase. I want to make sure that you guys are reminded that tomorrow we have signups for the Everyday Growth Advisors Mentorship course. If you guys don't know, tomorrow we sign up for wave number 12 of the mentorship course. Okay. It's a 5-day options trading course. If you haven't heard of it yet, it's going to be run tomorrow, 12 p.m. Eastern Time is where signups will be. Optionswing.com. 5 days of growth course, options trading, beginners course, 3-hour live classes, 2 live trading sessions together with it. How to build a systematic trading platform, improving the odds of success through risk management, putting capital preservation at the front, and fixing psychological barriers. I hope that some of you will join us. Here is the curriculum. We'll be learning a whole bunch of different things here. You know, financial indices, risk and reward, and behavioral mistakes, technical analysis. We'll be doing trading strategies, options trading, fundamental analysis, a whole bunch of different stuff here. Quizzes every day, classes emailed to you, recordings. So make sure that you come join us for wave number 12 if you haven't heard of it yet. You know, we have a great a lot of testimonials about this course on the option swing platform. Here are some testimonials from the intermediate course that we just did. And then there's a whole bunch of them that are from the beginner's course as well. This is one of my favorite ones, I guess. EGA's beginner course is totally worth every penny, and never write any reviews. And this is my very first review. I have been trading for exactly 1 year now, and before taking EGA course, I'm still struggling in finding my entry per trade and always get stuck halfway off the trend. But with this intensive course, I can easily plan my trade and spot where I was doing wrong all alone and make my correction. T, the mentor, is awesome. He makes his course super interesting and fun and realistic. It's a live class. It's not like one of those pre-recorded video courses that other YouTube gurus are trying to sell you online, which I did bought them and find out to be trash. And they always make a promise that they will answer your questions after the course. But brother, sister, that's not true. They ignore you. You can name a few of these famous YouTube gurus, and trust me, I might be a stupid fool that bought the courses, lol. Honestly, I can't wait for the intermediate courses and in the near future. I totally recommend all my fellow traders to check out Option Swing and this amazing course. Remember, knowledge is power and profit later. That's one of our alumni. So a lot of strong testimonials for this course, and I highly recommend it for people who are starting off. So we hope to see you there on Monday in classes. Remember, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Optionswing.com is where you sign up. And let me just show you where you would have to go to sign up so that you don't get confused here. All you do is go to optionswing.com. Okay. And you scroll down, you click join now. You scroll down here, you'll see beginner's course, and over here it'll say enroll. Make sure that you're using Google Chrome. Make sure that you're not using your phone. On the phone, these buttons might be weird, but remember to click the one that says enroll now. The one that says enroll now is the one you click, and that'll give you your spot. Okay, you make the payment, and that's it. Option Swing members will get $80 off when we post the announcement code on the Discord before signups tomorrow. All right, we'll post that code about usually about 30 minutes or 45 minutes before signups. Okay. The next wave for the intermediate course will be, let's see. This is the beginner here. And then we take a break off, and then another beginner, and then and then the break off, and then I think somewhere around 12th, probably December 12th or something. That's probably when. It's gonna be a while. So yeah, that's when it's gonna be. Level 2 live stream would be great. Level 2 data would have to be during market hours, and so let me noodle on that one. Maybe I'll figure out a way to do that in the future. Okay. So yeah, I'll put that in the to-do list. But other than that, yeah, seems like a... Let's see if we can do some tickers here. Zen 115 puts for November 20th. Zen. This one, we've been talking about this for a while too. It's funny, I mentioned this. 115 puts. Yeah, seems okay. I would hold it. Sure. Just be cognizant here. I mean, yeah, it looks like it's forming that wedge. I would say so. Sure. Okay, new ticker TDOC on next week, and then we're gonna do. Excuse me. On Tuesday, we'll do how to build a trade journal / calculator, and on Thursday we'll do how to use the OptionSwing platform, and I'll try to get Jason to come in here, the founder of OptionSwing, talk to you guys about it. You know, get him to talk about maybe some things that you have to ask him, some questions you have. I think he's been itching to get back on as well, so we'll have him. In Square and Roku calls, in Square and Roku calls with 11:13 expiry, plate the earnings. Think I should cut at the open or set stops and let them ride? I'm thinking to cut. You should probably cut. That's what I would do. Virtual doctor visits Q1, Q2 should rise. Yep, sure. I agree. TeleDoc is a good one. Volume profile. Okay. We've done volume before, by the way. Oh, you're talking about volume profile. Well, okay, we could do that in the future. That would be dope. Awesome. Okay, don't know if your ability to. Okay, done for Excel. Yes. That would be awesome. Join start. Okay, selecting the best strikes. Selecting the best strikes. This is a tough one. It's subjective. I mean, I could take my stab at it, but it won't be anytime soon. I think the thing about it is the content is pretty valuable, so I pretty much think that this is stuff that you would think is subjective. Like, everybody has a different view and a different style. Okay, morning everyone, what's up? You will do NQ. What about NQ, Alfredo? What's up? Looking at save $20 calls for 11.20. What is? Spirit Airlines. $20 calls. Not looking like a good one yet, but I think your expiry date is too near. Netflix 480 puts for 11.20. I like that play. Yeah, sure. Oh, 480 though. Damn, those strikes are pretty far out, man. You're looking for a $30 move down. That's a bit far. I would go more like 500. 500 is more decent with the strike. You don't want to. By the way, oh wow, this is actually interesting. So it's good that he pointed this out. Look at this, guys. So we have an evening star here, right? This is an evening star pattern here. You guys see this? You guys ever seen an evening star? This is a evening star pattern. You usually have two types of stars, right? A morning star and an evening star. This is an evening star. So Netflix with an evening star here. This is actually a bearish reversal pattern over here. And we're gonna open up here. This is actually a great play here to take a short position on Netflix here. I like the play, but I think your strike is a bit too far out. I would recommend going for $500 strikes here. Or even $495 is still okay. But 480 is a bit too far down. This is a great play actually. We might see a bounce on 500 and then up and then down, kind of juking this wedge that I drew. We broke up above it already. So I like this. I like this play actually to a short position on Netflix. Definitely putting this on my watch list. Potential short position here. CGC, $25 calls. You guys all about the pot stocks now, huh? $25 calls. Yeah, looks like it's ready to break out, but I see a lot of bearish momentum on it though. I wouldn't just take this right now. I wouldn't, unfortunately. I mean, I see the case for it, but I wouldn't take it right now. However, on the daily, it's about to go through a golden cross, so that might be a pretty strong buying. Oh, it already did on the 4-hour. Interesting. This one might break out, but I just don't see the volume, like the bullish momentum volume. It might take a while to break out. That's what I'm saying. Watch it closely, CGC. That's what I'm saying. I say watch it closely. That's what I would do. And let's see here. SPG. Oh, we already chose a new ticker, Alex. Sorry. Do you will analyze NASDAQ and NQ? I already analyzed it. We analyzed NASDAQ early on into the live stream. So you gotta watch the replay. TLRY 750 calls. TLRY 750 calls. I mean, sure, but be careful. Looks overbought to me. That's what I'm gonna say. Looks overbought. Far above moving averages. You gotta be careful here of a pullback. Morgan Stanley and JPM looking good for leaps. Yep, that's what I said earlier. Plug 1650 calls for 1127. 1650 calls. Yeah, there is actually a party going on in my living room. There's a bunch of my family friends who are over. So they're all like outside making noise and having food and drinks without me. It's funny you guys can hear that. Is it? My mic picks up everything. I should switch back to the old mic where it was like not able to pick up anything. last time though, remember I used to say there was a baby crying in the background and you guys were like, what baby? Now every single thing that I say, it's like, hello. You guys can hear me. Plug power. This one looks good, but I think needs a pullback before it continues running up, and it's approaching resistance up here. So be careful. That's all I'm gonna say. It's like you know, this is a resistance up here, my friend. You know, this is resistance, my friend. Okay, big problem here. Kern, $5 calls. What is that? Akerna. Nah, I'm not gonna trade this. I already know this one's probably less than $10 billion market cap. I don't even need to look at it. It probably is. Right? SPY. Hey! Somebody with the SPY. Finally. SPY 352 calls. Let's see. 1120. SPY. SPY 352 calls. 1120. Be careful, man. I mean, yeah, possible, but the thing is, I think SPY has to come down here. There's a whole bunch of gappies here, man. Look at this. Look at this. Gappy, right? Look at this. Gappy. There's gonna be a natural pull for SPY to come down. Natural pull for the SPY, for the Magneto, mucho mal, magnet, here, pull down, probably, okay? So, I don't know, I think it's, the risk to reward ratio favors the bottom downside here, rather than the upside on SPY. So I wouldn't go calls on SPY right now, Aaron, unfortunately. CC, thank you, no problem. Plug with the gaps too needs to come down. Yep, absolutely. SPY 340 puts 1216. Now that's what I'm talking about. Yep, 340. Yeah, possible, but I would do like more like a 342. 342 sounds better. 338. Wow, that's even further down. Okay, 340 is not bad actually, but I would say yeah, that range is good. Basically this range. I think that's a good range. Yes, I agree. I do agree, my friend. I do agree. That's a good range. It's a dual zone here, so this is a good range. 340 to 338. Yes, good range. Okay, that's fine. And the expiry is pretty good. You have a month out? Yep, I would say that's good, Landon. You're good there. LMND, 55 puts for 12.6. LMND. D. What D's? Lemonade. What do they do? Do they sell lemonade or what? What does stock do? Insurance company. Wow. 3 billion market cap. You gotta be careful. Whoa. It's rallying too. Interesting. Recent IPO? In August. Huh. Okay. That's pretty interesting. I mean, I just personally wouldn't trade this here for simple reasons, because if you take a long position, your risk to reward opportunity is literally you know, not favoring the upside, right? If let's say you play this up to resistance here, look at the risk you take on. This is the risk you take on, right? Your risk to reward ratio is 0.5. Now, let's say you take this to the downside. Okay? Now, your stop loss is up here. And you move this target down here. It could be a good short, but not a good long. And so you can't take this as a short until you get to the top. So therefore, you can't take this trade right now. Make sense? Simple. Just logic. That's it. All right? Simple as that. What was your short position in Netflix? I didn't take any short position. I just said that it's a good position to take short right now because of the evening star pattern on the 1 hour chart. I would say $500 puts would be good on Netflix for a month out, or maybe a month and a half out, like 50 days out. That's what I would say. Donald Trump to admit defeat after receiving advice from his advisors? Really? Really? Nah, there's no way. Nah. Nah, there's no way, guys. Nah. There's no way. There's no way he admits defeat. There's no way. Honestly. Holy crap. Wow, it is ripping. I don't think so, man. Like, I don't think that guy will admit defeat, you know? I mean, I don't think it's in his interest to admit defeat neither. He would try to take it to the courts. He'll do whatever he has to. I don't think he will admit defeat. I frankly wouldn't want him to admit defeat. I think he should fight till the end. Fight till the end! VWM, Waste Management. I like this company, actually. Great company. Damn, 97. What was this? 100 to 120 in a week. Wow. Wow. Earnings? Yeah, earnings. That was what it was. Boom. Walter Bloomberg just tweeted that. Really? Wow, that's a crazy, man. That's a crazy. Oh yeah, I see that. I see it. I see it. I don't know, guys. I don't know. What I do know is that I think we should just continue on with our live stream. And what the market does, it does. I would say expect a sell-off. This is what I'm thinking. You know, push up and then a push down. Trap any suspecting longs here and then short. Trap the suspecting longs and then trap the suspecting shorts and then we just fall. That's what I think. Kind of a fake rally and then boom down. That's what I would think. Gotta be careful. Okay, I leave it at that, and I wish you guys the best weekend possible. I'll see you guys back on Monday for New Ticker Monday. Thank you for keeping it real. You know, showing love with the stream, being so consistent, and coming down to see me. Love all of you guys, and I can't wait to bring new things to you. You know, the stream is running much more smoother now with the mic and the new setup and everything. I'm working a lot of big things in the background, so I hope that you guys will, you know, stick with me so that we can, you know, bring EGA Tribe to the next level in the near future. And yeah, just want to say thanks for believing in me. You know, have a great weekend and peace out, guys. Also, don't forget about the EGA course if you wanna sign up tomorrow. Oh yes, and don't forget to smash the like button on your way out. Have a good one, guys, and take care. Bye-bye.